Oh, well, yes. We're back. I can't remember when I last did a podcast, which is a bit ominous. So it's been weeks, hasn't it? It's been absolute weeks. But as you can see, I'm a little bit more awake. And I'm not yawning, which is always a good sign. And I've got a bit of wind, perhaps. But don't you all? If it's the evening, most men do have wind about this time of day, don't we? And if you don't, then you're lying. Lie to me, don't you ever lie to me. Anyway, yes, so what have I been doing? Well, that's a good question. No one will ever ask me because no one ever listens to a podcast. I want to say goodbye to listener number 12 who came and went. It was so sad to see you go. I don't know where you've gone. You've left me, abandoned me. I know I took time away, and it's been a while. Even the great Gavini messaged me and said, "WTF, STFU, where you gone?" I'm just like, well, think a lot of things have happened, or not happened, as the case may be. So obviously, we're weaning off the old tablets. So that's kind of wibbly wobbly. So that happened, and then we've had a rainbow run, which just mainly involved teachers throwing paint at children as they ran around the field. It seems like just an excuse for something. And yeah, so we all ran around in white clothing and then got paint thrown at them, which was for charity. So that was quite, I want to say interesting, but it actually was surprisingly boring. It was great to see what the best thing was the whistle incident. So the PTA, how schools are just, in Britain, it's just amazing. You have the PTA, or the fiends of the school. And the PTA, it's just mum. I'm sure it's just mums thinking of random things. Just like either, I don't know, it's like they want gossip or something. I don't understand how a PTA works. It's a mystery to me. I'm not going to get involved because it's just a bit weird. But we have these things, and so these parents of the school, they decide to do stuff. I'm sure it happens all around the world where they decide stuff, charity fundraisers and stuff like that. But they want to sell you crap to make a bit of money. So whistles were an option. So for the colour run, you could have a whistle, or you could have a headband or something. And a whistle was an option. They didn't think that through, did they? Because if you give a load of children whistles, they're going to blow them. And when the head teacher or headmaster or headmistress is trying to tell them stuff, they're not going to be listening because they're blowing their whistles. And the amount of times I heard them say, "Children, stop blowing those whistles. Children, you can blow them soon. Don't blow your whistles yet." And just like all you could hear is this whistle, 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 whistle. So it kind of became quite a British comedy of whistle blowing, because you could hear them just, oh, here we go, phone call. That's the thing, you see. For you, nothing has happened, apart from my voice might have changed ever so slightly, because I've not told the story. I've stopped. For me, it's gone dark. We've had an hour between the moment I said, "Oh, phone," to now. I've put the children to bed, I've read them stories. Not in the same way that I read. Actually, I'm reading Artemis Fowl to them. I'm not going to lie, it's very good stories. So, yes, every now and then I go dad mode. But so far, so good. But it's pitch black out. It's one of those nights, and time has passed. Whereas it was mere milliseconds for you as you've been listening to this podcast. If you actually listen to this podcast. As we know, we don't know if people do. Well, we do know that some people do, and we know that some people don't. Well, probably a lot of people don't. It's not a popular podcast, per se, is it really, if you think about it in that way? Anyway, I think we're talking about the colour run, weren't we? Well, the colour run happened, one of those things, and then we had the Donkey Derby last weekend. That was, well, where else can you go to bet on donkeys? It's a village fete with donkey betting. What more could you ask for in life? And it rained. Very British. Ideal solution, isn't it? Village fete, and you get some rain. What more could you ask for? It was a moment of really warmth and hotness, and then sudden coldness and rain. Hot, sunniness, rain. That's what I like about the British weather. It's kind of that constant changing of annoyance. It's never too hot. No, it's never too cold. And it's never dry. There's always going to be some rain. There's always going to be some rain. But it's rubbish rain. It's not the committal rain of a rainy season in a tropical country where it absolutely chucks it down for 3 months. It'll just have a bit of a rain. It'll just have a go. Have a go at raining for a bit. See what it's like. Get some washing wet. You know what I mean? It's just, rain on a few things. Maybe make someone's cat a bit miserable. That's kind of how it works. It's never the end of the world. It's never absolutely amazing. But I do like a good thunderstorm. We do get a good thunderstorm every now and then. Anyway, that's beside the point. So, we are 6 minutes in, and we need to start doing... I'm still on the same book. I did find another book. Did we even start reading? I can't even remember what we... Oh, there you go, yawning again. The yawns are back, which reminds me I've got to take my tablets. My tablet. Thundery showers and moderate breeze tomorrow. I did start a new book. Did we actually read any of it? That is the question. I probably did. But I don't know if it's Bobbins or not. That's the problem. I kind of want Bobbins books. Maybe someone should write Bobbins books. Right, let's go back to the previous book. And then we will... I'm going to cut out the swearing because I can't be bothered. So I'm going to edit it a bit because it's just drab. All the swearing just needs taking out. Shall we use euphemisms? Let's use British euphemisms. I think that's an idonyms or whatever it is, and see how we get on. Maybe that's what we'll do tonight. We'll just change it all. Right. Oh, battery saver. They look up from their work. Where? In the management offices. Oh my God, Molly smirks. Did he say anything? I drop my head. I glance at the cameras. I'll tell you tonight. Oh yeah, that's where we did get to. God, I live for these stories. Aaron whispered. Please tell me you reenacted the beast with 2 backs. Him on his desk. I giggled as I finalised what I'm doing. No, don't be stupid. I grabbed my manila folder. Ooh, manila. Now, is it? Just like, why do we need to be told what colour the folder was? Why manila? Is this a story? Is this important to the storyline? Hopefully it is, because if it isn't, I'm going to get well pissed off with my fake news story. I'll see you later, guys. They both look up at me and smirk. Good luck. In 5 minutes, I find myself on the top floor with a ferociously beating heart. How can it beat ferociously? It's either beating or it's not beating. If it's like beating hard, is it jumping out? I don't know. I decided not to wear what he told me to wear. That's just way too eager. Oh, you little eager beaver. What's making him think he can tell me what to wear anyway? Samia smiles when she sees me. Mr. Miles, you have Emily Foster here to see you. Send her in. His velvet voice replies. I walk through the marble hall I walk through the marble hall on my tippy toes. As I make another mental note to buy rubber-soled shoes. Now, I'm sorry, but all I can think of is her walking in flippers. Because they're the most rubber-soled shoes I could think of. As I've now got visions of her on tippy toes, running through there with flippers on. How do I keep forgetting to do this? Well, you don't. Anyway, I knock on his door. Come in, he calls. I open the door and find him sitting at his desk on the phone. Right, okay. Deconstruct sentence. I open the door and find him sitting at his desk on the phone. So, is he sitting on the phone at his desk? Is the phone on his desk and he's sitting on the phone? Or is he at his desk on the phone? So is the phone on his chair and he's sitting on the phone? I find him sitting at his desk on the phone. So yeah, presumably he's sitting on the phone. His eyes find mine. Oh, good. His eyes are completely independent from the rest of his body. Just like, what are his eyes up to? Hello, Emily, he mouths. Hi, I smiled as I clutch my folder. Please take a seat. He gestures to a chair and holds up his finger. 1 minute, he mouths. I smile and nod as I sit down. I understand that, Richard. Yes, I know. He listens. I don't care if she's hard-working. She broke protocol, and there are consequences. I frown. What the hell? Who's he talking to? Richard, he snaps. You will fire her this afternoon, or I will, and we both know who's going to make it less painful. He rolls his eyes. Tristan is aware, yes, he snaps. But as the CEO, I have the control. You have 2 hours to escort Laura Aspin from the building, or I'll come down myself. He hangs up angrily. Right, why are we being told about Laura Aspin? Aspin? Why, what's the importance to her? Surely there's some importance to her, else why are we being given a name? We don't give a shit. I stare at him, wide-eyed. What did she do? He bit his bottom lip angrily, and his eyes hold mine. His eyes are really good, aren't they? Are they actually connected to his body? Do they just like wander around his office and just like hug on to people and things? Maybe we do need to animate the eyes wandering around just hugging things, don't we? If anyone can help me with that. Whilst I think, Animator 5. I was looking at the other day. I might give that a try. It's got a 30-day trial. But I bet it's not as good as a Paint Shop Pro 30-day trial, which lasts as long as you keep running it. I've got the story you requested. I murmur. Good. He takes a folder from me and rolls his chair back as he opens it and begins reading. He's definitely angry today. He's different today, angry. But maybe it's just the call he came off from. He inhales deeply and flicks the pages, clearly frustrated. Is it okay? He raised his eyebrows as if unimpressed. I frown. A seismic weather event is hardly breaking news, is it? Well, what do you want me to write about? I stammer. I can't name a person or place or anything because it's fake news. I don't want to get sued. Well, aware of what it is, Miss Foster, he snapped. What's wrong with you today? I whisper. He flicks the pages as he reads. Nothing. Nothing. That's like bloody kid. He reads on. This won't do. I'll write it myself. I frown. I spent 4 hours on that last night. He looks up from the papers, and I wither under his glare. Well, what do you want me to write about then? I ask. Anything but bleeping weather. He closes the folder as as if disgusted, and places it on the table, then pushes the intercom. Tristan, come in here, please. Yep. I shrivel in my chair a little. God, he's mean when he's angry. Oh God, this is so boring. Tristan comes into the office and Jameson exhales heavily. Miss Foster has written her story. He gestures to a folder. Good, Tristan smiles, and he picks it up and begins to read. A seismic weather event won't do, Jameson barks. Tristan twists his lips as he reads on. It's very good, though, he comments. I'm totally crushing on the wrong brother. My one is an asshole. Oh, an arsehole. Ah, yeah, that's the old ponytail joke, isn't it? When you lift someone's ponytail and you go, oh, yes, I thought so. And they go, oh, what do you mean? You go, oh, you know what you always find under a ponytail? A pony's arse. Yeah, I was doing the lifting of the ponytail moment with my hand as well, but no point. Thank you. I fake a smile. With all due respect, Jameson, I state, if we name this weather event and hype it up as it's coming in the next 4 months, and that it's going to cause extensive damage, it will have legs. No names to trace, people or places. I don't see how I could have written a story about something else without jeopardizing our integrity. We're not here to prove our integrity, he growls. We're trying to withhold it. I sit back in my chair annoyed. I want a story on an FBI murder case. He narrows his eyes as he thinks. Make up a fake murder, a name and a fake investigation, and how close they are to closing it. My anger bubbles. Grrr. If you knew what you wanted me to write, why didn't you say that yesterday? I snapped. You told me what to do, what I wanted. You told me to do what I wanted. Oh, there we go. That made sense. I spent 4 hours writing that for you. It really is boring, isn't it? Well, shall we just skip this bit? Tristan rolls his lips to hide his smirk. I have things to do. Let me know what story we're going with, he says as he walks towards the door. Thanks, Emily. Great work. He closes the door behind him. I glare at the asshole in front of me. Oh, look, he's dropped his trousers then and bent over. Because she's glaring at his arsehole. So what do you want me to do? His cold eyes rises to meet mine. His cold eyes rises to meet mine. Let again his eyes. Someone put blankets on them to warm them up. I told you what I wanted you to do yesterday, but you didn't do it, did you? I frown. What's he talking about now? I'm confused. He doesn't have to be so damn rude. I snatch a folder from his table. All right, I snap. I'll write a fake story about a fake murder of a fake CEO by a fake new employee. He glares at me with a fake axe. Oh, there we go. Oh, I thought axe had an E on the end. Damn Americans. Well, he says with a sneer, just make sure she has a fucking... Oh, I'm not going to swear. I said I wouldn't. Have a grey skirt on. My mouth falls open. He's upset that I didn't do what he asked. He's having a cob on. He's having a cob on that I didn't do what he asked. There we go. Let's use the word cob on. The nerve of this jerk. No, she doesn't wear a grey skirt on demand. She's a naked. I have to say it that way. Because she's just had wild... Okay, right. She's just gone vertical jogging with her boyfriend right before she chops off that spoilt brat's CEO's dangly bits. He narrows his eyes in contempt. I stand. You will have your story by 5. I'll email it over. No, you will deliver it up here in person. With due respect, Mr. Miles, I say as I smile sweetly. I don't feel like seeing you again today. I'll deliver it to Tristan. Deliver it to Tristan and see what happens, he barks. I turn, I storm out of the office with red steam shooting out of my ears. That's interesting. I've never actually seen anyone do that. I wonder if it's a party trick of hers. I wonder how you could shoot steam out of your ears. You see it in many cartoons. And you actually see it in the Muppets and things like that. But you never see it in person. I feel like someone's just tricking me. Right, are we down for the next bit? Apparently it's the start of a new paragraph because there's a big gap. It's 5:30. Oh, look, time flies, doesn't it? It's like my podcast, where things just stop. So, anyway, you wouldn't know that I paused that, did you? Then, because obviously I pressed the stop button. When I pressed the play by mistake and started hearing myself and freaked myself out. It's 5:30 and I sit at my desk as I type the last word of my fake story. I hate to admit it, but this one is better. My the people I work with have gone to the bar and I'm meeting them there. I'm supposed to be taking it up to his office. Oh, I bet you are, love. He can do one. I hit send to email it over. I turn off my computer and pack up my desk. My phone rings, and the letter J lights up the screen. I saved his initials so I'd know if he calls me. Because it's a phone system, and you can save people's numbers in an address book. Everyone can do that. You're not special, dear. I pick up my phone and hit decline, and then smile sweetly at the camera, knowing full well he's watching me. I did not just break up with one selfish... with bumholes again. With one selfish rusty starfish to go out with another. He can kiss my shiny metal ass, may as well quote another programmer, and a text comes through. Answer your ducking phone. Oh, that's it better, isn't it? I go out the text and write back. I have nothing to say to you. I finished work for the day. You have your story. Good luck with it. A reply bounces back. This is a personal call. No one ever sends that message to me. This is a personal call. And that's not a request, by the way. I roll my eyes in disgust and reply. Find someone else in a grey skirt to act like they're drowning and think is full of oxygen on demand. I'm not interested in that position. Well, I think the person who's writing this book is making it sound like you are. I put my phone on silent and then into my bag and continue to pack my desk. I take the elevator down to a foyer. As I walk through, a security guard is on the phone. Excuse me, miss, he calls. Yes. I've been instructed to tell you to wait here. Oh, dear me. He's on his way down. No, I can't. I'm sorry, apologise for me. I stammer as I brush past him and out through the front doors. I run around the corner, and then when I'm out of sight of the security guard, I run across the street and duck into the cafe I was in yesterday afternoon so I can see. What does he want? I take a seat in the cafe by the window, and then I see Jameson come out the front doors in a rush, and then looking up and down the street. He takes out his phone and calls someone. My phone starts to vibrate in my bag. Oh dear me. I'm going to totally mess up this opportunity and get myself fired. Is that why the other girl got fired today? Was she boiking him and things turned bad? I watched him look up and down the street and dial the number again. I let it ring. He's openly furious. The front doors of the building open and Tristan comes out. Jameson says something to him and Tristan laughs. What did he say? I watch with my heart beating hard as they both look up and down the street, and then a limousine pulls in. He calls me again. I close my eyes. Stop calling me. Stop it. I can't take it anymore. Oh, God. We finally get into the limo, and I watch as it pulls away. I drag my hand down my face in despair. Just literally drag it. Nails out, scratch, like you do like you drag your nails down a whiteboard. You don't drag them, blackboard, let's not be racist. A coloured board for chalk. A chalkboard. There we go. That's the word we're looking for. You drag your hand down a chalkboard, and not your face. That's kind of how it works, isn't it? You drag your hand down. You're being dragged down the corridor by your legs in horror movies. You get dragged. You don't. Yeah. You don't. So when you drag your hand down your face, you don't really do that, do you? His temper and my temper are a bad combination. we are officially a bad idea. I think this book was a bad idea, to be completely honest. How are we doing? 24 minutes. Shall we end it there? Shall we? Yeah, because it then says an hour later. I tell you what, let's end it there and upload this one. And then I might do another one. But I do need to go and have a shower. So much been going on. So much to talk about. Anyway, right, toodle pip from now.